Want to find out how to space faux shiplap? Find out how, coming up next. Before we get started, I wanted to come to you from the future and show you what this finished project looks like so that you can know that I know what I'm talking about. So let me quickly show you what these walls look like after we've done all of our spackling and paint work. Okay guys, so see that these are the same walls. So if I can see here, you can see the sheen on the walls here, and you can see how smooth that is. Okay guys, that's all I wanted to show you. Just want to give you a chance to see a little taste of the finished project, just so you know that I know a little bit about how this is supposed to go. So, back to your regularly scheduled program. What's going on, guys? Kendall here for Renos for Pros and Joes, helping you simplify the renovation and remodeling process. On this channel, we do hands-on product tooling, gear reviews, as well as renovation tip and strategy videos like this one. So if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. So one project that has been popular for the last several years is DIY Faux Shiplap. And I'm on site at a project that we're working on that encompasses Faux Shiplap as part of the general scope of work. And we just finished installing everything and we're getting ready to prime everything up for paint. And I thought this would be a good time to share a quick video on the best way to space your faux shiplap. So on this particular project, I was working by myself to install all of these panels, and they're 8 feet long, and my boards are approximately 7.5 inches in profile. And so most of the places that you look online, people are using nickels and pennies and things like this to do their spacing. But in application, this is less than desirable, particularly if you're working by yourself, because you don't have somebody else holding one end of the board while you're working on this end and holding the coins in place and things like that. So if you're working by yourself, there's a better way to do it. Even if you're working with someone else, there's still a much better way to do that. And I want to show you specifically what I used. Okay guys, here we go. This is a framing square. And I actually got this idea from the Finished Carpentry TV YouTube channel. And the reason why this works so much better is because number one, it's longer. And essentially what we're doing is we're using the profile of the framing square as our spacer. Okay, so this is how I do this. So let's pretend like this board has already been installed and I'm going to be installing this board, okay? So I have this board here in hand. I want to make sure that this board is going to be spaced properly from this board. And we're also going to assume that I've already leveled everything out, so this is already level, okay? And I know that my next board is going to be level as long as I have my spacing correct. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my board prepped and ready to go. I've already cut it down to the length that I need it. And then the next thing I'm going to do is, remember, this board's in place, we're installing this board. So the next thing I'm gonna do is put my square up here, jam up against the wall, and I'm gonna hold it in place, okay? Now, this does require some balancing. So this board's already in place, then I'm gonna take my board that's loose that I'm gonna be installing, and I'm gonna jam it up tight. So I'm gonna hold this board tight underneath the bottom here, right? And so while I'm doing that, my framing square is going to hold my gap here, right here. I'm gonna pop my nails in here, and then as I get down here, I'm just gonna slide down further, pop more nails in here, and then slide all the way down to the end, pop more nails in here. The whole time I'm doing this, I wanna make sure that I'm holding my board up tight to make sure that my gap is uniform all the way along. So, that's what we want to do, guys. This was a huge time saver for me, particularly because I was working by myself and it made things much, much, much faster. I can't imagine having done a space like this using coins and things like that, trying to space it and hold the boards. It was enough just working with this and the nail gun and a level all at the same time and a pencil, making that happen. So hopefully you found this video informative. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one.